Hello. Welcome everyone. I'm Greg Piskazub, and today we are diving into a crucial topic that affects every entrepreneur: self-sabotage. The mental roadblocks that can hold us back from achieving our full potential. Have you ever felt like standing in your own way? Like no matter how hard you push, something is holding you back? What if I told you that something might be your own mindset? Today, we will explore how self-sabotage manifests in our business lives and, more importantly, how to break through these barriers to unlock true potential. In this episode, we're going to look at what self-sabotage is and how it shows up in our business. Two, we're going to go through a common mental roadblocks that entrepreneurs face. We're going to research, backed strategies to overcome these barriers, and also some practical steps that can take right now to stop sabotaging your success. Let me just stop some comments. That's done. So let's just define what the self-sabotage is. Is when you actively or passively prevent, yourself from reaching your goals. It's a pattern of behavior where you undermine your own success, often subconsciously. And I call this programs. So we would, as a people, we go through our lives and through events and experience in our lives, thanks to our parents, or maybe because of our parents, we are people who we are. And we might be less risk averse. We might be just really scared of doing things because we want to avoid the pain. And so everyone is different, but we are self-sabotaging ourselves essentially from our own success. So let's just give you let's just go through some examples. So 1, procrastination. Putting off what the procrastination is simply when you put off important tasks because of fear of failure. So procrastinating, my example, 3 years ago, I had 2 amazing properties that I wanted to, I could buy just like that. And I was watching my other friends dealing and doing an amazing deals. And I procrastinated from buying these properties because I could not get all of my monies out. And I basically refused 2 super deals. They were gone. They were gone in hours as soon as I released them to my friends. So that's how it is. And other people would procrastinate when they are just afraid of failing to do that task. And that's one of the example. Second is perfectionism. So this is where setting impossibly high standards that lead to, inaction. And my example I'm going to share with you today is we are working currently on this amazing networking event, which will be happening online. And I've mentioned about this on the previous episode. So we are still in a phase 1 of this. We will be doing a trial. We'll be actually starting doing some trials with a very limited group of people. And what what stops me is I'd like it to be perfect. I'd like it to have like a website, to have the design, to have the branding, everything, to understand all of the chat rooms, and I'd like it to be perfect for everyone who comes and enjoy this. So when they do come, they will feel the value straight away. And that's what stops me from proceeding on many occasions. But now I learn that I am able to now spot the moment I am preventing myself, self-sabotaging myself from going forward. This is what I'm actually, that's when I'm hitting my perfectionism, and that's when I'm actually sabotaging myself. And if you too, just give us a like. I'd like to see how many people also, uh, you know, failing due to their own self-sabotage, whether this is procrastination or perfectionism. But there is a third one I also would like to talk today about, is the negative self-talk. So, and what I mean by this is when you're like constantly doubting your abilities, of thinking you are not good enough. And I know someone, this is it. I know a lot of people, but that one particular person is, if anything, a perfectionist in talking herself down. And everything is an obstacle just in case I fail. And I don't want to fail because I don't want to feel that pain of failure. And almost like the self-sabotage is at its highest of forms. And it is not easy with that mindset to build your brand, build your business, go forward, train people, because you are constantly questioning yourself whether you are good enough to train other people, to show them how to run the business, and you train them eventually, as simple as it is. Let me share with you some research. So according to a study by Journal of Experimental Social Psychology, self-sabotage is often a coping mechanism to protect ourselves from the pain of failure that I mentioned just before. By creating excuses or barriers, we give ourselves a reason if we don't succeed, but in reality, this is a mindset. Mindset is in a trap. This mindset is in a trap. It's constantly in the same trap of, I don't want to fail, better I not do it, but I want to do it. And it's just like going back to, to almost like the step number two. And then the step number two says, well, I don't want to fail. So what else can we do? And you're just going forward, but actually moving one step forward and two steps backwards. So let's just identify some mental roadblocks. And how about some, the fear of failure? The fear of not succeeding can be so overwhelming that it prevents you from ever trying. This fear can manifest as an anxiety, avoidance, and ultimately self-sabotage. So it is very important to understand that the fear is false. False expectations appearing real. And where did I hear this? From Simon Zucci. Simon, shout out to you, buddy. You're absolutely amazing. And this is it. Yeah, fear. False expectations appearing real. And we took ourselves out and ultimately self-sabotaging ourselves. And another really common mental roadblock is imposter syndrome. And dear me, whenever we are challenging ourselves to do something creative, go out there and make it happen as an entrepreneur, that's every day. We do this every day, literally every day. It's something new, something challenging. And so imposter syndrome, feeling like a fraud, despite the evidence of your competence and success, This often leads to overworking and burnout as you try to prove yourself, and you try to prove yourself to your environment. So let me give you a good example. I I am part of Property Entrepreneur Blueprint by Daniel Hill, and in the group of our mastermind, we have an amazing people, people who are so successful that I question myself, will I ever be as successful as they are? And then I have someone coming and asking me for, for feedback, asking me for help, asking me for, to help them with their project. And it's just like, it feels unreal because I feel as an imposter being a part of this group because they are so successful. But I'm judging them, but not seeing myself. And this clearly is imposter syndrome. And self-sabotaging yourself, it is very, very easy. But when you are aware that this is happening and this is what you're doing, so working on your emotional mastery, it's the key. But I'll tell you how to do that. The third common mental roadblock is fixed mindset. So believing that your abilities are static and unchangeable, leading to like a reluctance to take on new challenges or learn new skills. And let me give you an example. This is a short story from a really dear friend of mine, where she believes that everyone is different. I believe too, but she believes that some people are just born with an amazing gifts. These people are born with those gifts of being like almost like a superhuman, with with the intelligence, with the way of just going and making it happen, smashing things. That's what I want to say. And I have a different theory about that. So the fixed mindset, where in this example you think you're not worth it, you're the you're the less quality of a human being. I believe this is just down to your own programming, to your parents' programming of of yourself. This is where I've seen this video of a little child. The child maybe was like the 3 years old, playing with a toy on the table, and it was sitting on the person's lap, and there was another person in front of him handing him over a new toy, and he was absolutely happy, big smile. He was just so emotionally involved into doing things like a positive way, happy, showing, gesticulating. And then there was this second part of this, display, where another person came in and say, I am now going to talk in a higher voice, and like the very direct, voice or something like that. You shouldn't be doing this, and so on. And there was just only one sentence, maybe 4 or 5 words that's been said. And a child was given, before the person spoke, child was given this toy. And obviously, again, a burst of joy, a new toy. He was happy. He grabbed the toy. And at that moment, the person spoke. And when that person spoke, the child immediately stopped playing, observing the people around him. And that's it. He was, at that moment, 3 years old, at that moment, he already understood, oh, something isn't okay. Because what else could the child really understand what's happening? This isn't okay. So imagine if you are going through this all of your life. If your parents are telling you, like, you're not good enough, you're never going to achieve this. If your environment is telling you, no, this is only reserved for special people, for for those lucky, for those clever ones. Or if if your partner is just the worst kind and is telling you, this is all of your fault. I'm not successful because of you. I've never had this because of you. Or I had, I was in a relationship once, and my ex-partner was really angry with her mom because she couldn't, she didn't go to England, and her friend went to England. That was a long time ago, and her life was so successful, so amazing, so great, and her mom was really afraid for her, not letting her to go, and I'm like, well, if you want to go, let's go. And I went, and I took her with me. So I went first. That's going to be now almost 20 years as I'm in England. So I came in first, and about 3-4 months later, she came to join me. And that distant dream, to her, she thought that if she comes over here, she will have a superb life. Like, she was going to be, I don't know, celebrity of some sort or whatever. But she was fixed in her mindset that this will be amazing, and actually wasn't amazing. It was a hard, bloody work, long nights, long days of work. Sometimes two. I was doing 2 jobs, and that was crazy. But she didn't survive. She didn't survive 6 months really. She was here only 4 or 5 months. Neither our relationship survived as well. But she's an amazing person. But that just proves how, if you have a fixed mind, you can't really you can't really progress to your success and to your future, and you will eventually self-sabotage yourself, knowingly or not knowingly. So a research, let me give you another research. So Carol Dweck, a research on mindset, shows that those with a growth mindset, believing that abilities can be developed through hard work, are more likely to embrace challenges and persist in the face of setbacks. Wow. Some memories are coming back. Some of them good, some of them not so. But this is it. And overcoming self-sabotage. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you can shift to a growth mindset. So let's recognize that your abilities and intelligence can be developed. This shift in perspective can help you embrace challenges and learn from failure rather than fearing it. And how we can do that. So there is this method, it's a CBT method, cognitive behavioral techniques. And what that is, CBT, challenge negative thoughts and replace them with more positive, realistic ones. Instead of, I can't do this, try, this is a challenge, but I can learn how to handle it. Also, very important is visualization. Picture yourself. Picture yourself succeeding in your goal. So whatever it is, just despite everything else that's happening, just close your eyes and say, I have that. I'm already there. So yesterday, actually, no, this morning, I was talking to my partner, and she's reading this amazing book. I forgot what's the author, but I'll ask her to put the details below in the comments. And she's reading this book, and she told me that if we are not grateful for what we have already, and for example, we are asking, or I would like to be healthy and rich, you're coming from the place of lack, and you're coming from a place of lack where you are sending a message out there that I don't have the health. I want to be healthy. I'm not rich, or I'm poor because I want to be rich. And try this instead. Thank you. I'm so grateful for my health, and I'm so grateful for everything I have. And this is powerful because I'm learning more and more about vibrations, about how this world actually works, and the frequencies. I know this is now some some crazy magic stuff I talk about, and some people might not be ready for it, but this is it. This is what I truly believe. And each one of us vibrate at a different frequency, and like everything else, it's in constant movement. And if you have that positive energy, if you have that, the cognitive behavioral techniques, if you're using them together with your visualization, when you say, I can do this, it's a challenge, but I can do this. And if you see yourself achieving already this, you might even get to feel your brain don't even your brain don't even know that something has happened until you already tell him or you see it or you experience. So you can actually you can talk yourself into that you've already done this and you are really grateful for achieving it. And your brain will make you feel that way as well, because that's how it is. It's just the information from outside. But the strategy number 3 for this is let's set smart goals. So break down your big goals into a smaller, manageable steps. So smart goals is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So this can reduce the overwhelm that leads to procrastination. So when you are specific about the task that you want to achieve, you need to put into a measured perspective what this will look like when it's achieved, and is it achievable? So come in with a goal of I want to make more money than Elon Musk. Is it achievable? Well, it's a challenge, but achievable. It's not going to be achievable in I don't have a model at the moment in my mind that I could gain the same wealth as Elon in a space of time, because it needs to be specific, measurable, achievable, and it needs to be irrelevant more than anything. Do I really want that wealth that Elon Musk has? Well, amazing for him. He's great. I'm his fan, but I would say it's not relevant for me at this moment. So I would look somewhere else. So, for example, specific for me is my goal is to build 7 to 10 units for specialist social housing within the next 24 months with the team with my power team I have at the moment, and we need an investor who comes and join us on this journey to help our pot of money that we've got already. And so it is specific, is measurable, is within 2 years. It is achievable. It is relevant because this is what I'm doing already, and time bound by 2 years. So see if you can set yourself a smart goals and try this technique: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A study from American Psychological Association found that setting specific and challenging goals leads to a higher performance and easy, than easy and vague goals. So the more specific you're about to do something, the easier actually it is to do them. And rather than, I'll do this, and you don't have a really clear set goal of what it is that you're going to do. Tip number 4, build a support system. So surround yourself with people who support your growth. What it is a mentor, a coach, or a community, or a like-minded entrepreneurs. Having others to hold you accountable can keep you on track. I am a part, so how I deal with this, I'm a part of different groups of like-minded entrepreneurs, part of the PIN community, Property Investors Network by Simon Zucci, part of the Property Blueprint, that's Daniel Hill, property entrepreneur. I go to the local TDN meetings, so Developers Network in Bristol, run by James Adams. We are part of the Next Level group, the events that we organize. We are now planning to run the networking events online, so live online, with separations for different chat groups, specific. Oh my God, there's so many things, but I am creating a system around me of support just like-minded people, people that help me become a better person. 3 months ago, I decided not, to be a teetotal and not drinking alcohol, and I feel great. I feel really good. Another challenge I set myself is no processed sugar. And I'm not as good on this one, especially when me and my son, we get together and we're going to do some shopping. And he buys my favorite ice creams, Ben and Jerry, with chocolate fudge. Give us a thumbs up if you like those two. But now what we do is we freeze bananas, strawberries. We collect some wild berries, and when you freeze them and you put them into like your blender or Thermomix or any other food processor while they're frozen, and you add some cream, actually the fructose in bananas will create such a delicious dessert. I'm going off topic a little bit here, but I love food. Let me give you some practical steps to implement today. So, first one, self-reflection. Take some time to reflect on where you might be sabotaging yourself. Ask yourself, what fears are holding me back? What negative beliefs do I have about my abilities? So, it's a very good question. 2, start small. Pick one area where you know you're holding yourself back. Set a small, achievable goal in that area and commit to, taking action this week. Do it now. Don't wait. Do not procrastinate. Just do it now. Recently, I shared on my social media little posts. So every Monday, you'll get motivational posts. Every Friday, you'll get practical tips. Or Thursday. I'll correct that. So please, and on the last one was like, if there is a task that will take less than 2 minutes, do it now. Do it straight away. If you know of a task that will take you 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes to do, and in my example, this is an email. There is always an email that I will be now presented with emails that I have to get back to. And usually for me, it works now that, I've got certain times in a day where I'm replying to the emails that my personal assistant or VA will not get round to apply because they need me. But if there is one important, I usually said like, I'll do it later. But now it's like, let's do it. It literally takes me 2 minutes and it's less to do it later. And I don't feel like I've done it. After I've done it, it doesn't feel like work. But if I leave it, it will pile up to an hour or so, and it will feel like, a challenging work. Step 3. Tip 3, monitor your self-talk. So pay attention to your internal dialogue. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, consciously replace that thought with a positive affirmation or a more balanced perspective. And this is where you think about it, and you have those thoughts come into you, and you know that I've never done this. I don't think I can do it. And just turn it around. Just monitor what is your inner self telling you, how you are about to talk yourself out of it, and try different. Just close your eyes and remember to stay in a positive frame of mind. Just give yourself a positive nudge, and just say, yes, I can. I can try. I can try twice, 3 times, 4 times. I can try to do this, and I will, and I do, and you achieve. Of course you will. The tip number 4 is seek feedback. So reach out to someone you trust, and ask them for feedback on your strengths and your areas for growth. Sometimes an outside perspective can help you see beyond your self-imposed limitations. And in my case, I speak to the group I belong to, but I also speak to my partner. She's with me, and she knows what I'm doing. She's supporting me, and she's the best person in my life. So thank you, Maja. You know who you are, and I love you so much. But this is the feedback that she gave me sometimes when I am least expecting it, and I share with her how something makes me feel. So delivering these podcasts to you guys, it also creates in me a feel of am I good enough to share this with you? And it feels like, am I? But actually, yes, I am. I've got wealth of experience. I've trained I think 30 people across previous businesses, and I train people how to manage other people. I train people how to manage their own job posts. Now last 10 years I've been training electricians, and now I train people how to going back to business and how to do admins, how to do emails, how to take phones, how to do customer service. And I'm just sharing with you my journey, because if I'm going to help any one of you, any one person, and only even one, to become by 1% better, I've already achieved it. To me, it's great because I am just sharing and I'm helping. So seek feedback from either your loved one, someone close, someone who you like and trust, or if you belong to an entrepreneurial group or networking group, or if you would like to join ours, just leave us a comment. We'd love to talk to you and support you and give you feedback. Tip number 5, celebrate progress. Very important. We are quick to judge ourselves on our failures, but we are very slow to actually celebrate successes. So recognize and celebrate even the smallest successes. This builds momentum and reinforces positive behaviors, helping you break the cycle of self-sabotage. So, simple thing. And let's just think about, you should practice gratitude every day. It's brilliant because you are already in that positive mindset of being thankful and grateful for what you already have on that day. So in my case scenario, this is like today, a great and amazing morning, and I'm able to be here speaking to you, sharing my wisdom and my experience, and I'm grateful for this. We've had an amazing breakfast. The life is still beautiful, and I'm healthy, and I'm grateful for that. My son sent me a message that he loves me. And there is about 100 different business things I need to do and attend, but not now. In this moment in time, I'm just absolutely grateful for it, this morning, and that's what it is. So let's just recap. Today we've explored how self-sabotage can be biggest roadblock in your path to success. By shifting your mindset, setting realistic goals, and surrounding yourself with supports, you can break through these barriers and reach your full potential. So remember, the only thing that stands between you and your success is that belief that you can't do it. Change that belief and change your reality. Let's commit to stopping self-sabotage today and start embracing your true potential. So, if this episode resonated with you, I encourage you to take actions. Identify one area where you've been holding yourself back and make commitment to change. And don't forget to share this episode with someone that who might benefit from it. Let's help each other and break through these mental roadblocks and achieve the success we are capable of. I turn the music now. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Greg Piskozub, and I'll see you next time on our journey to unstoppable success. Thanks for your time. Give us a like and subscribe. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day.